sorry, this is hot here.
I would have earned this shirt, man.
You wait. The shirt straight. You're just sitting back like this. You straight. So, honestly, with some of your music.
Is that song coming?
Huh?
Oh, you coming?
Yeah.
Alright, man. I'm asking for the cracker and stuff.
Yeah, you good, bro. You good.
Yeah.
Okay. I probably can't send this out, but this might be a little blooper thing. I be adding clips and shit to this shit, so. I like, even when we're fucking breaking the third wall for real, meaning like not really talking about shit and just doing random shit, you can have another one if you want, you feel me?
I'm high as fuck.
Guys, just know, if you want to be on the podcast, it's low-key kind of blazing in the room. You know what I'm saying? It's not like hot, but if you wearing a jacket like this man or his twin or a lot of other people that came in here that were wearing jackets, yeah, you're going to be sweating a little bit. You're going to be feeling it. Hey, sir. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for joining us here today. I hope your journey was safe here. And obviously, what's up, guys? It's your host, DZ, back with another banger. I hope y'all ready for this episode because, hey, we got the other twin, big twin.
Biggest 120 blocks.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Born the game, I'm playing. Okay, so I want to ask a question. Real quick before we get into everything. Because you know the topic, I know the topic. Obviously, they don't know the topic. They might have a little bit of the description stuff, and they get a little bit piece of that. But, hey, matter of fact, guys, subscribe, like, comment down below. What do you guys think about, like, how this season is going so far? Because guess what? Season 4 is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 episodes away. And I don't really know when I'm going to drop this. But when I make this, it's only been 15 episodes. So we only got 5 more episodes, and episode 20 is going to be a solo episode. So, oh yeah. Thank you for joining us because I want you to know something. Because this video might be 19th, 18th, you're joining us at the end of a journey and the beginning of a new one. In this season of Trigger Warnings, season 3, season 4 is going to be so much different and so much more than what this is right now. And this is just a little bit of teasers, and I know I'm kind of ranting or whatever, but I just want to let you guys know that thank you guys for everybody who's joined us. Obviously, obviously the guests, but you guys who watch these videos, who entertain us in our tomfoolery or whatever we do here. And thank you for everybody who supports. I just wanted to say that. I don't feel like I've said it enough, but
I'll tune in tonight.
I just want you guys to understand that it's only gonna, get better from here. It's only gonna get crazier from here, and we're gonna only have more fun. So, anyway, back on topic. 400 game. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
I'm from Verity, so we do everything for the pros and shit. So family, you know how they say they keep it 100 and shit. I just started saying keep it 400 and shit. So that's how I said 400 and shit.
How long have you been in 400?
I mean, shit, since out the womb, man. We always been together. But,
so, what would you say that music and everything that you've done in the music industry means to you?
I mean, that shit, I fuck with music. So, just alone, that shit, everything to me. So, you know how, like, you say you'll risk it all and shit, like, you'll do anything for it type shit. So, like, really, that's my type of lifestyle and shit, man.
Who was your number one influence when it came down to being that artist, like being what you are now?
there's just so many other artists that I can name so many of them. That, I mean, just a whole bubble of it. It was like it's just like because I'm into like '90s music and shit like that, '90s 2000 music and shit like that.
Okay.
So that era alone is part of the influence of it. Even like Lil Wayne, big influence. You know what I mean? Like even the new artists like Lil Baby, you know, Nelly. You feel me? Who was A Boogie and shit like that. You feel me? Those my type of artists. I'm influenced by.
I feel you. I feel
And
you.
Kodak too.
And of course, yeah, yeah.
I can't forget Kodak.
When you're sitting in the room, like, damn, trying to make up a new song. How do you come up with those new songs? Are they coming to you just randomly, or do you just be sitting there for hours, coming up with a line, erasing it, coming up with a new line, erasing it?
Like I just be feeling like everybody go through shit, so you feel me? Like anything can just like anything can go out through my day or some shit like that. It might just make me want to write and shit like that. Most of the time, I'm not really a writer, but most likely, if I feel something in the music, like I just will just play a beat, and if I'm feeling that type of vibe, like rolling off like my feelings and shit like that, then I'm gonna just doing it on this song. You feel me? I don't really write like that. You feel me? I like to punch in and shit like that, either just like freestyle, bar for bar and shit.
So you're more off like straight off the dome type of guy.
Facts.
Okay, So were you into a person like Juice World? Like before he died, like he was a big freestyler type of person.
I mean, I like his freestyles and stuff like that. I mean, I wasn't really a big Juice WRLD fan or anything like that. You feel me? But I fuck with Juice WRLD though. Not to get me wrong, it just like it wasn't like my type of style. But I actually like his vibe. Though.
What do you think about like all this young boy shit, all this Quando Rondo, Dirk young boy shit?
Man, like I can't. It's just so funny. Like I mean, it's not like funny, but it's just like I can't really take it serious. You feel me? Like there's so much shit going on the internet. You feel me? Like I can't even tell if it's real or not. You feel me? Like most of the time, it be all seen on the net, anyways. Like so I don't think nobody gonna do nothing about this shit. Like that shit just internet talk.
Then outside of that, then when after even though we're kind of late on this, after the not little baby, the Young Thug Gunna shit, Gunna got out after the plea deal, and he did his little talk. But do you think he was keeping it peak, or do you think like kind of like the rest of the world, how everybody thinks like he snitched straight up?
Yeah, that nigga Gunna, like I don't know, man. Like you feel me? I can't. It's not like I don't want to speak on it because it's just looking like you feel me. Yeah, if he say he snitched, I guess. Yeah, you told anybody if you talk to the police, I guess that's telling regardless. Like you feel me?
Right.
I mean, if a nigga try to clear his piece, I mean that nigga, everybody gonna say it's telling anyways. You feel me? I want it. So like, but I ain't saying nothing wrong with that. Like you feel me? But yeah, he snitched. Shit is what it is.
So to get on some of the topics of the day, because I got a little notepad here. It don't got too many notes on it, but just know when a notepad get whipped out, you know there's some notes on that motherfucker.
Yeah.
It don't matter how empty this bitch is, there's still notes on this
Right.
bitch. So the Lone Wolf, that track, those 9 songs, each and every one of those had over 100,000, listens. So there were over 1 million listens between that, and that's just on SoundCloud. That's just on SoundCloud alone. What favorite song listening to, and then favorite song to make?
Really, it was like all of them bitches was getting made around the same time and shit like that. And all of them, if I want, ain't gonna lie, like I fuck with Miss You hard, cause like, I ended up dropping a video of that shit like that, doing the video, and then I ended up I was passing off that song off, like trying to get like hella features off that shit. I ended up trying to get the nigga Jay Lewis from I think what's that? Mm, Wherever them niggas from Baton Rouge and shit like that, or New Orleans, wherever niggas from.
Mm.
Jay Lewis. I was trying to get him on that
Cameraman,
shit.
could you look that up? Cameraman, could you look that up where Jay Lewis is from? Thank you.
Alright. So I was either trying to get him on the track.
Mm-hmm.
Ended up seeing this little young kid and shit like that. I was looking at the little dude, like I was like, he got this little soft voice, and I was thinking like, oh yeah, this nigga, his voice might sound hard on this shit too.
Mm-hmm.
But then I ended up hitting up the nigga Reese Young and shit like that, and I putting him on the song like that, and I was like, fuck it. Then this, I mean, pain against pain. I'm gonna put him on this verse and shit like that. So.
Okay. Okay. So.
But it wasn't intentionally. But then again, I was like, since that was my favorite song, I was like, I might well put him on it because that was like the only open verse I had. So I was like, fuck it.
So when did you first feel like, damn, like my shit is popping?
I ain't gonna lie, like, what a, and, alright, you know what? I got a good one. Alright, DJ Academics and shit like that.
Ooh.
He was doing promo back then. So DJ Academics, he was doing promo and shit like for the cheap, like $60 and shit like that. You feel me? This was like, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna do that shit. And I see like the whole city, like you feel me? The whole city, like it wasn't even really like a whole, like I had to even send that shit to nobody. It was like I see everybody from Palm Beach on that shit, like they know who I am and shit, cause I always say West Palm Beach and shit. So basically, like, all you see is nothing but straight like fire, fire, fire. Like, oh, this shit hard. I know this niggas I know from the city and shit like that. I see people. The only comment I seen, they was like, oh, the nigga look like Lil Baby and shit like that. That was the only crazy comment I seen on that shit. They was like, oh, the nigga don't sound like everybody and shit like that. It was just like, it was like my first song. I think it was called Broke. I had made. So like when I put that shit out, I was like, oh yeah, I know this shit hard. It was a nigga, a local nigga. Oh man, I don't even want to talk about the nigga, but the fuck nigga, like, I tried to put him on this shit. I had made a remix out of that shit too though, but you feel me? Like it was just like I had tried to put him on the song and shit like that. He was talking about, oh, it ain't mixed right, this, that, and the third. So I was like, okay, the nigga thought that shit was cool, so I ended up putting another nigga on it.
Okay.
And I put the trailer on academic shit, and everybody was saying this shit fun. So I was like, all right, that right there, I'm like, damn, I know I'm lit. This nigga was just hating or some shit, man.
Hey, that was God saying, that was God being like, hey, he ain't the one.
Yeah. And I was like, fuck it, bitch. So I ended up putting my dog on this shit named Swank Boy and shit like that. He from Montana and shit. And I see he already had him a little buzz going and shit like that. Before we met each other, it just went from just a verse and shit like that. You feel me? So he ended up doing the song. He snapped on that bitch. I'm like, see? And why this nigga, he ain't put up the hassle and all that shit, but he ended up linking in the studio and shit, all type of shit. So.
Oh, was that before this album? Was that before Lone Wolf or was that after?
Oh damn! I should have stayed on topic and shit like that. But that's a lot. When you asked me what made me feel like I was like turned and shit.
No,
like
you good, man. We love to hear these stories, man.
All right, so Broke. I think Broke was on the For Real tape and shit like that. That was like my first tape I had put out. This like without doing the promo and shit like that. You feel me? I just put that shit out, and I was like, damn, this shit already doing number. So obviously, I know I got a fan base on this shit.
Right.
And SoundCloud was popping back then. Like everybody was doing that shit. Like they had us on like 561 fast music and shit like that back in the days and shit like that. So everybody was like been fucking with us and shit like that.
And that was back when everybody had their shit going fast, turn like speed up the music, and it blast that shit.
Right, but it was like whoever the unknown nigga is that was doing that shit, like he was having them shit spinning, like he was spinning my shit back to back on them bitches. I'm like, okay.
Getting the nigga turning that bitch. So, Trapping with Love. What was the passion behind that? What was the inspiration behind that?
It's so crazy. Like, what song? Damn, I felt like Trapping with Love, but damn, bro, I remember it was a vibe that I had going on or some shit like that. I probably was just getting money at that time and shit like that. You feel me? I was just like, Yeah, I know I'm gonna make it, but type shit. Oh
Uh,
yeah, you know what? Cause I dropped the fucking the say cheese post. When
mm,
I dropped the say cheese post with trapping with love bed, that I was just like that shit hard.
okay, okay. And your most recent song on feed.
Yeah.
Uh, when not when? How was when did you make? Yeah, actually, I was right. When did you make the music video? Like when it comes on to making those music videos, did you make that video off of? Oh, this I know this song gonna pop, or did you just like the song?
Um, when I had when I ended up recording that song, like I just felt like when I found the beat, like I was like, man, this shit's so fucking hard, bro. And I was like, let me just start rapping on it, and it's just like the vibe just made you say you just gotta say some real shit. Like this ain't one of them beats you just jump on it and just say some crazy shit. So like I ain't not going to the studio. This nigga I was hanging with or whatever. I don't hang around the nigga no more. But it was like so as I like he ended up going to the studio with me and shit like that, and I was about to record the song. Nigga was trying to. He was like, "Oh yeah, let me hop on this shit," and I was like, "Hell no!" Like, cause this shit.
He said, "Hell
I'm like, I'm
no."
glad I didn't let this fuck nigga on my shit, cause I'm like, bro, this shit too hard, bitch. And I'm like, nah, bitch, this my shit on go, bitch. I'm like, well, I ain't just putting this nigga on here. I'm like, I paid for the studio time. Nigga ain't even putting nothing on this studio time. You just here,
Yeah,
bitch.
hell no.
You damn sure not finna hop on this shit, bitch.
He said that is a
They ain't
free
finna hop
feature.
on here and put that silly rabbit shit on here. So I'm like, hey man, so I had to
Silly
do that shit.
wabbit, tricks are for kids.
Yeah. I was like, man, you tripping, bro. Man. I said, oh, you know what? Hell no. I think that's probably like everything went short from there. I'm like, man, hell no, bro. This shit hard. Then you had to record me in the studio doing the little snippet bits. I'm like, man, you know this shit hard.
You know that shit got off. So, in life sometimes they be trying to scam us with this shit, bro. Swear for like, a nigga just be trying to live life, a nigga just be trying to get by, like
Right.
going out through the day, like do 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 do. A nigga just be do do doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when a nigga go to do the last do, you feel me? They just be trying to trip a nigga up. So like in this life, especially in the fucking America,
Right.
in the fucking America, uh, they be trying to pretty much count us out before we even begin for real. As a youngin, I got kicked out of school hella as a chick. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I got a kid out of school too.
And like for fine shit, Yeah, I know.
Me too.
Yeah, my cameraman gave me a look, and yeah, man, I yes. It would just be for random shit though. Like mine would be for petty ass shit, low key, high key, low key. But when it comes down to some of the scams in life, like they talk about college as a scam. They talk about these 9 to 5s, how they be working us be scams.
Facts.
And but then like sometimes in the industry, it's like how they be working us in the industry sometimes be scam. Like how these producers be trying to get these artists just to work for them for damn near nothing. You know what I'm saying? So what are some scams that you have evaded, or some scams that you have come across? Like damn, this shit is really fucked.
I mean, how can I say it? Like music wise or just anything?
Yeah, anything.
Man, I mean, it's so much of it I can say though. I mean, let's say like about the music and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know how like they really be finessing and shit like that. They be just want. It's almost like clickbait. Like these motherfuckers just be wanting to reel you in, but the only thing they be really wanting is your money and shit like that. Like all that tag your artist or submit your artist, bro. I swear it's like I be feeling like that shit a scam
The
alone.
submit your artist. I don't know about that. I'm not a artist.
Oh, not like that. Submit, even like submit your artist. Like you know how like niggas be on Instagram, they be like, oh, tag an artist if so we can sign them and shit like that.
Oh.
And I be looking at that shit. I be like, bro, this shit gotta be a fucking scam, bro. It don't matter. Like, I'm just think about it. Almost, let's just say this a worldwide post and shit like that. This shit reaching out to 100,000 people. Let's just say 50,000 people submit their song and shit like that. But you pick one person out of 50,000 people. It's like, come on. So you mean to tell me only one person was better out of all the 50,000? So I be feeling like that shit and that music shit, like that's part of a scam. And sometimes they be like paying to submit their songs, and even them live reviews with people be doing live reviews, I be feeling like that shit is scam too.
Oh yeah. Can't talk about like reviews and shit. Like whenever you trying to like buy something, like let's say like Amazon or some shit, like online, especially nowadays, it's real. I've seen some scams. Like people, I saw this one thing. They had this little thing. It was like a plushie or whatever.
Right.
It was like a $10 thing or whatever. My friend told me about it, and people were buying it for like years. People were buying that stuff, but it would never show up to the person's house. They weren't making it because it wasn't real. It was just a picture of it. You know, it was just a picture of like a random shit that didn't exist. So for like, imagine just like a $10 buy, and like weeks go by, it doesn't come, and then you hit up the people like, oh, can I get my shit back? But or can I get it? Like, where's it at? And after all this process of calling people, usually some like 75% of people would like give up on that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then the other people, you could get their money back. It's only $10, whatever.
Right.
You're keeping like 20 other people's $10. You're giving that back to one person. That's
Facts.
literally, you're literally okay. You got $190 out of 200. Come on now.
Right.
Like you know what I'm saying? So like I be looking at some like reviews for shit. But at the same time, like, I be looking at other reviews, like, people be just being assholes. Like, people go to a restaurant, and they try something that they obviously wouldn't like, and they just be putting shit under there. But then other times, motherfuckers just be doing that themselves. Like, they'll tell, like, you're my coworker.
Right.
Be like, hey, go down there and tell them that we make good food.
Facts.
Nigga, your food is ass.
Everything is, like, mostly a scam. Even, like, the casinos, like, I'm like gambling and shit like that, you feel me?
Oh, yeah.
And,
bro,
I be hitting jackpots and shit like that, but I just swear, like, everything, like, bro, it's like the machines will have a motherfucking that bitch all fucking night, you feel me?
Yeah.
And it's like the money just be, I feel like it's more of a recycle and shit like that, and if you keep putting your shit in there, eventually it's just all gonna give it back and shit like that.
Yeah, I think it's all there.
Just anything is scams and shit in general.
I think that's all it ever is, like, for real. Like, when it, especially with, like, the gambling stuff like that, scratch-offs, I be seeing niggas do that scratch-off. And I don't know, I be watching niggas walk in there buy scratch-off. They'll buy, like, huh?
I said, that shit's ridiculous.
Yeah, I be watching niggas walking that shit. They'll buy, like, 5 scratch-offs. Let me get 3. Let me get a 42. And let me get a 21. Be like, damn, you only won, like, $2 out of that, and you spent about 40. And because one of them scratch offs be like, some of them scratch offs be $20
too. I mean, that's like
I have to
some low shit. I'm more like a slot guy and shit like that.
Like if you should like, nah. But then I've had some people promote them shits to me, be like, bro, you should try the scratch offs. One time I took a scratch off and I got like $100 off that day. I'm like, no, I'm not trying this goddamn scratch off.
Yeah, I don't trust that shit. Cause I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ended up doing that shit. Cause I seen my homeboy doing that shit, bro. So I probably bought like, bro. If I tell you, bro, I probably spent like $500 worth of scratch offs on this shit just to see if that shit was gonna bang. That shit ain't hit on no hella tickets, bro. And them shits ain't hit on nothing. I'm like, man, you ain't even made $8 on this shit, bitch. You lost no money.
So I would never do it. Cameraman, you doing scratch offs?
Yeah. No. Bro, and I wasn't even on that shit, but like, motherfucker told me to do that shit because I seen the motherfucker doing that. I'm like, ah, we okay.
Think about it like this. You really sit up there, you're going to be paying more. You're going to be paying more for buying that, and then if you don't win everything you got, you just basically lost money. You getting less than what you just bought it for.
And that's the crazy part. That was my first time doing some stupid shit like that. I would never do no dumb shit like that no more.
That's what
We're gonna scratch off again, bro. I swear to God.
Never mind you not, because I got an aunt that actually won that shit. Like, she real shit won it. So I'm like,
motherfucker won that shit a week for life.
I'm like, I was happy for it, but it's like, well, damn, how much luck did you have? Did you just walk in there and was like,
plus 28 million luck?
Get paid every week for life. I'm like, god damn, that's shit crazy.
Oh God, they don't even sit up, and then if you do win it on bro, they don't even give you all the money right then and there.
Yeah.
On bro, they split it up.
They give you like, I think they give you like 10%, 20% something at that one moment, and then they split it up for like some years. But you getting paid, but not at the same time. I mean, like if you gave a person, Cause what? Some of that should be like 100 million, sometimes 10 million. If you gave a normal, regular person that shit, they might get robbed next day. Let's keep it a buck. Like, especially if they in the hood. Like, you know how they be putting that shit on the news? Oh, wait, I actually saw a video on that. Bro came in to get his fucking shit, like his $1 million, $10 million shit. He had like he came in that inflatable dinosaur thing. You know those things that people used to bring to high school on like
the little
private
plushy things.
Yeah.
That they get into, like the suit.
Yeah, like a suit. But one of the other scams I be thinking about, bro, and I'm a nigga in college, so I can talk about this. Like, sometimes, like, yeah, college is necessary, but in some very few cases, like, I wouldn't trust a doctor that A, didn't have the experience, or B, ain't go to school for it. Let's keep it a buck. You know, if you told me, oh, I started yesterday, I ain't got no training. What? Help me.
You ain't got no training. That's your first time doing this shit. I ain't gonna believe you a doctor.
I mean, but in some aspects, I mean, you can't really say that because then, bro, think about it like this. When you was little, your mom used to do hood remedies and shit on you, right?
Yeah.
She ain't no trained doctor, but bro, that shit worked, didn't it?
You know, okay, no, see,
them
shits was some scams. Because sometimes my mom gave me this shit that made me shit. Like, for like,
a laxative.
Nah, bro, I hated that shit. Every time she gave me that shit, this shit tasted like ass. And
it made your ass go crazy.
It made my ass, like, just, like, go crazy.
Hell nah.
Like, that shit was some shit. No, pills, doctor prescribed pills and shit. Cause I was an athlete. You was an athlete. You did stuff in high school, or was you like mainly like big boy rapper? But as an athlete or someone who's really active, stuff like those prescription pills that those doctors be giving you to make you quote unquote feel better.
Right.
Like when you feeling sick, when you hurt, when you shit like that. That shit be cap as fuck. I don't be feeling none of that shit.
Man, I don't even believe none of that shit, bro. I believe your body can heal its own. Bro, I don't even really like taking medicine like that. That probably make you feel worse.
Yeah. You ever seen that bro, when like with certain pills they give you the side effects worse than what the pill helping you for?
That's what I'm saying, alright?
Bro, I swear, like when you see it on the TV, side effects may include blindness, nausea,
diarrhea,
like heart attacks, aneurysms. What?
Loss of breath. Whoa.
Autism and shit.
Nah, bro, but that's really how it
feels. Crazy though. That's for real though.
Like for no reason, like bro, what am I healing? My fucking knee?
Like I'm healing my knee and I'm about to be retarded. Bro.
Like that don't make sense.
Bro, this shit better give me fucking eternal life.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna be eternally retarded. I'm sorry.
You too.
But y'all know what I mean, bro. Y'all know exactly what I mean. Like the side effects that cause it. Like this is man-made. It's different when it's man-made, bro. That's the system fucking you up.
Right.
Like that DNA stuff and all the genetic stuff. That's different. I'm talking about when the stuff that the doctors give you that make it worse. There are people. I know people who. Like the doctors gave them shit,
right.
And that shit was not working, and then they got off that shit and started doing their own like revenue shit, and they got way better, quick as fuck. Right. So you telling me that the shit that y'all giving us making us feel just as bad or worse, and if we get off of that shit and just do our own shit, we gonna feel okay? Fuck out of here.
I don't know. I said I'm high as fuck.
Oh, I know you think it was high.
I'm high too.
See? Look.
And I got this black light on.
Yeah, and the lights make it even worse, bro. Whoa. There's a lot of shit going on outside. But what was a song that you and your brother made that y'all was really just fucking around on and it popped?
Deep in these streets and wet that nigga up.
Yeah, we was actually listening to Wet That Nigga Up. That shit was hard. It was like
Montana is like that's what I was saying. I was like, wait, this is they rap. This is a song they had together. Oh shit.
Yeah, we slid on that shit, bro. We had the club jumping so hard on that song. Like, what song? I think Project Youngin, Asa, and Webby had came. They had the showdown, and we had opened up and shit. We had that shit so turned. Like, the niggas were asking about a nigga and shit like that. I'm like, bro, but like, I don't really like being out like that. Like, I'm like, man, if we go do the show, man, we gonna go record after that shit. So we trying to get out there, man.
I feel.
I don't like hanging out because like it's just so much crazy shit be going on and shit like that.
Too much crazy shit.
And then like a nigga can't handle nothing, but just like being in the wrong spot, then anything can happen at the wrong time.
Yeah, like, did you see that Chicago shit? That shit with the 14-year-old?
That nigga had it coming.
Yeah.
I'm like, nigga, keep your hands off niggas' mama, so hopefully everybody gonna learn that lesson. They won't want to hit nobody mama because y'all don't know what that nigga got coming.
Cause like, hey, you wouldn't want your mama hit like that. That's one.
Two. Imagine somebody strike your mama like that. How would you feel?
Like the way you hit that man's mom.
Man would have been buried under the fucking restaurant this same day.
Like, so listen, guys. With that, I know a lot of you guys already seen that. I just want y'all to realize that like this is the shit.
You seen those shirts? Like when they buried them, they had put Knockout King. I'm like, this.
Where they dead ass?
Yeah, like the kids, they had like the shirts had Knockout King and shit like that.
Wow.
I'm like, well, he ain't gonna go to the Knockout Kingdom, Bill, cause
that's like low-key fucked up. No, but I also saw there was memes on like that man hitting that lady in the face. Like there was like people were putting sounds on that shit. It was like doing remixes to that shit. It was like bing, 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 bing. Like
shit crazy.
Like, bro, like, that's why I say, bro, the internet is so fucked up, bro.
Yeah, bro, that internet fucked up, bro. Even the shit with the submarine shit, bro. Like,
oh, my God.
Like, bro, they got more jokes about the goddamn submarine than the motherfucker. I'm like, goddamn, bro.
Like,
the Titanic, bro.
Like,
that shit, man.
Everybody feels so... You had that last one, bro. Because understandably, everybody feels bad for the 19-year-old. Rest in peace, him.
Mm.
But... everybody else is like, the rest of y'all some dickheads. Like, some real dumbasses. Certified. Because how y'all get in a submarine that obviously don't work and think y'all about to survive? Sir, you are stupid as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And, technically, if I was his family, I would have sued his ass.
Well, sued the marine submarine shit.
Sue his family. Like, y'all motherfuckers just like did this shit. How? Why?
I don't know why the fuck this shit wasn't so tested earlier before. How did y'all test it before they go down there and try this shit?
Definitely not.
And like, how did y'all know, like, just going down there, like, this couldn't have been y'all first time going down there, cause I'm good with it.
You know, 2 picks.
Yeah, that's what I was fucking,
But
I'm high as shit, bro. I need that. But I should have brought some snacks, too.
next time you come, and instead of you know what, I'll bring Cam on next time. I told him I was really supposed to call him when you came.
But I'll fit them up.
And twin, the other twin. Yeah, all of y'all out here. And maybe we can do a little cypher.
We can do that.
Bet. I appreciate you for joining us here today because goddamn, this shit was funny. This shit is some real shit. I'm glad I got to talk to you, especially beforehand, getting some insight on who you are. You're very down to earth, guys. Twin Glocks, 400. I need y'all to go check out his page.
Sure, Twin Glock 400, man. You already know what it is. The biggest 400 from the game shit, no lane shit, man.
Y'all heard the man, 400 gang shit, no lame shit. So thank y'all. Y'all already know it's OGZ, you know, with another banger. And hey, I hope y'all stick around. The end of the season is coming. Episode 20 gonna be the biggest episode. Episode 20 is where y'all gonna get the newest shit and hear everything.
Hey, man, y'all better go check out that shit, man, for sure. Twin Glock, for sure.
And you know this nigga dropping some shit soon. And hey, what's the Instagram? Tell them Instagram.
Twin_Glocks 400. And make sure when you put the Glocks, put a Z at the end and not an S.
Don't worry, people. It'll be right here for y'all. Really stupid people to read.
However you want to do it,
Good. Hey, love y'all. Stay safe. Live dangerous. Stick by the code. Y'all already know. See y'all in the next one. Peace.